All right, guys. Hope you're having a great Sunday, even with the rain. Hope it's a chance just for you to get some relaxation in and some time just to kind of be lazy. I got my pup here with me today. I just got back from Louisville, so I think she's feeling lonely. She keeps putting her head up here on my chest, so she may hang out with us for this video. But I did want to make just a short video kind of giving you updates for the week ahead. I first off wanted to say thank you for last week. I know Halloween week in an elementary school, while there are plenty of perks to it, I told folks that when I was teaching music, that was one of my favorite weeks of the year because the kids were always excitable and there was always fun stuff to do in music class. But it also presents itself with challenges for sure. And so I thank you guys for your patience with the kids and just for making Wednesday specifically such a fun day in the afternoon for our kids, and just for the patience everyone has shown, and for the extra effort put in to just really kind of understand what it looks like to work with our age group. So thank you guys for that. We're into November, which is amazing to think already that we're so close to the holidays. So I just kind of wanted to update you guys on what this week looks like. I have some notes here in front of me I'll be referencing, but I first want to say on Wednesday after school, we have a faculty meeting on the calendar. It's not going to be a real long one. I just want to kind of go over the ODR process, really just have a conversation with you guys about how it's working, some areas to tweak. I said a month ago when we released it that it was more right now just getting it out, and we'll tweak what processes we feel like need to be tweaked as we move down the road. So this will kind of just start the conversation of any clarifications you might have, or some better ways to make it even more efficient in how we communicate. So we'll talk about that, and then we're going to go over some of the results of the assessments that some of you took for our grant money, and some things that we're going to have to kind of adjust moving into the end of the year so that we ensure that we get all of our funds that we've committed to. So that's the first thing. Friday is an ERD day, and so we're going to be in the building together. I will send out an agenda, hopefully no later than Wednesday, kind of talking to you guys about what we're going to be looking at on Friday as we get to spend some time together. It does seem funny. I started, and when I started with you, we spent a lot of time together, but it seems like it's been a while since we've all just kind of been able to come together as a staff to just kind of talk about where we're at. So I'm kind of excited that we'll have some intentional time to spend together without the kids this week, just to kind of get a read on where we're at, and hopefully get some clarification on some things that you guys might be wondering. So I also want to talk to you about my schedule this week. This is hard for me. I always like being in the building, but this week is going to be, I don't want to say challenging. I'm going to be out of the building actually Tuesday and Wednesday. On Tuesday, I'm going to be with grade level teams and Leslie going on their math planning day, which I'm excited about. I'm excited to get into classrooms and see some cool ideas as far as our new math curriculum goes, but it is going to take me out of the building that day. Sean will be in the office that day to help support you on Tuesday. And then Wednesday is our monthly admin meeting. Keith Schulte will be in on Wednesday to help support on those days. So while I hate being gone, and I'm sorry that I'm going to be gone, I think it's important to be in the building. I'm very confident in the support that you will be receiving through Sean and Keith on Tuesday and Wednesday. I also want to tell you that I'm going to work really hard before Thanksgiving to get into classrooms to start wrapping up some of our observations and the things that have to be done by Christmas for me. For those of you that don't know, tenured teachers receive one formal observation before Christmas. Probationary teachers receive two. I hate when those things become a checklist for me, because I think that one of the most rewarding parts of my job is actually being able to be in the classroom and just see what's happening and just get a feel for the building and just be in there with you. It's nothing I want you guys to stress about if I'm in there. If anything, I want you to be encouraged, because that's my favorite place to be, because you see so many amazing things happening. So sometimes the days have other plans for me versus what I expect to have happen when I come in, on certain days. But I'm really going to work hard to be in classrooms so that the rest of the observations that I have to get done before Christmas break don't just become a checklist. I want them to be intentional, and I want to just spend some time in your classroom with you guys. So if you see me in there, be excited, because that's my favorite. That's my favorite part of the day for sure. So I think that's about it. I want to just finish as always by encouraging you, by just praising you for all of the great things that I continue to see. I feel like we're rolling and things are going well. I know that we have some kids that need some extra help, and sometimes that weighs on us. Friday, we were joking, Friday was a party for sure at Coverdell. But the thing that I was encouraged about, even in the constant need from kids on Friday, you know, when I was in and out of rooms from getting calls to help support with behaviors, like the adults and the teachers, myself and yourself, we're always smiling at each other, we're laughing, we're encouraged. Like, I think we have this real understanding that even though there's great behavioral need from time to time, it's not our fault. Like, the behavioral need that we're seeing has nothing to do with anything that we're doing. All we're doing is reacting to things that we are working really hard to control but can't necessarily control. So I think the cultural piece to that we can be happy and encouraging with each other, even in those challenging situations, is really great. Because you need to know, some people have asked me, they're like, man, is this like really hard for you, whatever. Like, the work is hard, but it's so meaningful, right? Like I said in the last video I sent out a couple weeks ago, like, yeah, it's hard, but if I wasn't doing it, like, who's gonna do it? If you're not working with these kids, then who's gonna do it, right? Like, somebody has to do it, so we might as well be joyful in our opportunity to be able to serve these kids. And so no matter how hard things get, how frustrated we get, we can be encouraged that we're all doing this together. We're working alongside each other to do this whole thing together. And so I appreciate all the smiles. I appreciate all the encouragement. I appreciate, even in the challenges, just the positive attitudes. And you need to know, I don't think I've ever said this specifically, but I hope you know by this point that I'm all about just like assuming goodwill, and like I am here to walk right next to you as we do this thing together. I cannot do it by myself. I need you guys very much to keep supporting me as I support you. So I've been highly encouraged over the last 6 to 7 weeks. And so you're valuable. What you do is rewarding, it's meaningful, and I know it's really hard. But as I said at our first ERD day together, like, it's supposed to be hard, right? If it wasn't hard, then everybody would do it. It takes a special person to do what we do, and you are that special person. So have a great Sunday evening. We have another opportunity tomorrow to serve our kids and do our best to try to give them what they need. And even if we fail in that, the opportunity itself is enough. So I hope you guys are encouraged moving into November together. And I just appreciate who you are, the kind of people you are, what you do for our kids, what you do for each other. And there's not another place that I would rather be tomorrow than with you. So thank you guys. Have a great Sunday evening, and I will see you in the morning.